There's a bird convention going on. Just have a look at this. Welcome back, and maybe also to say welcome back to myself. It's been quite a few months since I did any form of vlogging, and we'll get back to as to why that is. I think I said a little bit about it in the last few vlogs that I did, that I would most likely be very tight on time moving forward, which is still holding true. But now it's a new year, actually. It's 2021. It's on the 3rd of January. Quite cold outside, while I don't seem to be wearing more clothes, unfortunately. So that may come back and bite me in the ass, as they say, with some cold. But I hope I will be able to stay healthy enough. As you can see here in the valley, then all the leaves now have been falling down. There's nothing left, actually. Only thing that is still staying around is this climbing vine here. I'll need to figure out what it's called in English, but murgröna in Swedish at least. Nice workout, ladies. Basically there's one group there, 2 people, and then there's one group on the other end that made its way all over there somewhere. They're now switching back and forth and doing different exercises. But this group has taken my favorite spot, so I'm kind of forced to do a different place then, which is up here on the ridge. And off they go. I guess this spot is fine. It's also one of these, seats that they have here in the valley, so it's quite comfortable. Quite cold outside. It's a little bit raining, and I'm not going to be out for too long time today. I think that is building up a little bit too much of coldness in my body. First things first, let's get out of the way why I haven't been vlogging for a very long time. Basically it boils down to fatigue and time constraints. So like I mentioned a couple of early vlogs, like last year, the last few ones that I did before I stopped vlogging, was that I was going to move over to another system, right, for planning. And while I foresaw that I would be using more time in this system overall, and my work days would become longer, I didn't quite take into account how much that would actually become. So we're talking about an additional 20 to 30% of the working day that needed to be added on top of what was from beginning, right? And well, my body said no, and my normal logical sense also said no to that. One of these things had to give, right? And I'm quite a stubborn person, so I continued to do work on the new platform instead, and it has been going okay. I cannot say anything else, but for sure it's not been going as good as what I would have requested it to be, and what I think from the management and from a company perspective that it would be. What is also quite clear to me is that we have a new guy. He's been working hard to get into the game and being a part of the team, and I've been like a personal supervisor for him, teaching him what he needs to know, and it's been going great actually. Better than what I hoped it would be. I had my doubts in the beginning about if this was the right person for the team, but so far it seems like he's a good addition in many ways to the team, and we'll see how his development continues here in 2021. But I do foresee that if he keeps the same tempo and the same interest up, and he's going to fill the gap quite nicely. And that also means hopefully that we will have a 100% functioning team, which we have been missing out on for quite a while, and it has been showing in our performance, you can say. So what will 2021 bring to the table? Well, I guess there's no news about that. The COVID situation has still been progressing quite badly here in Sweden, to the point where many establishments and so on is closing down earlier, or they also have restricted how many people can be in one place at one time. So that has of course affected everybody's interests and what they can do, especially during the holidays. But more than that, if I talk from my perspective, right, I've only been able to join one of the monthly movie gatherings, filmmaking gatherings that we have. They try to do something with online meeting, but I guess that's still a little bit too early for them to set things up. And I think they're also on a maybe kind of too ambitious level. I think they could have set something up, but they want to make it 120% if they're going to do it. Well, in the sake of quality, maybe that is not a bad thing, but sometimes you also have to go with what you have. And I think they missed out on that opportunity. They should have just gone for it and held online meetings, but they didn't. I've been away so long that things have changed in the environment here. I wonder what happened to this building here. Let us have a look. Kind of hard to say what happened. Couldn't have been a fire, but it could also just have been removed. But given the fact that they have put a fence around the entire thing, my guess is probably that somebody arsoned this building down. Probably now during the holidays. Sad to see that. The new year will also bring with it our new manager, and he's actually supposed to start tomorrow. Tomorrow is the first working day after all the holidays and the weekend, and I guess he will not be in the office as he has a quarantine period of 2 weeks to endure because he's coming straight from Singapore. But other than that, he should start to take up the reins of being our manager, take on the role as such officially from tomorrow. And yeah, let's see what happens during that. A little bit about the guy then. While it has been very short so far, and how much communication and how much meetings we have been able to hold, then on a personal note, he sounds like a nice guy. Hard to judge his management skills at this point. Something worrying, of course, is also that he's bringing with him some ideas and principles of our from outside, like from Singapore, right? With new KPIs And that part is probably the most worrying, because we don't know how we can incorporate his ideas into our existing way of working. And hopefully we can get some more clearance on that and clarity as the weeks now progress and he has taken on the role. But I do see it as a concern and something that we need to work on for sure. Well, as promised, I'm not going to keep a very long session here. I also need to get back on how to edit. Been so long since I did any video editing, but I need to get back on that horse. I think it's not going to be too hard to edit this video. Anyway, a new year, and also I'm going to have some leave coming up here, a couple of weeks. So hopefully then I can do some more vlogging and get back to more in detail of how things is going to look like in 2021. But until then, probably going to be some while until I do next vlog, so keep safe out there in these worrying times and see you again soon. Bye bye.